Hi, Leo. How you guys doing? Welcome to my channel. This is a general reading for the zodiac sign of Leo for March 2023. Be for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, of course. See what is going on with Leo. We got a lot of cards here today. So I'm seeing a lot of communication. There might be a lot of communication around children for some of you, like not knowing what to do with some sort of situation involving children. You could be dealing with a water sign masculine, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There's something here having to do with community and with like somebody's ambition. So it could be this masculine energy here having to do with their like status in the community, their their ambition to like have status in the community. I don't know, but it's something about what somebody's like driving towards, what somebody's striving forward to, like this kind of excessive determination. It's causing a lot of heartbreak, a lot of somebody's feeling really frustrated and really like somebody may be feeling neglected in some way. Yeah, it's almost like there's a masculine energy here that's like, kind of striving towards, like, I'm not seeing really a career, but it's more of like this, it's an excess of some kind, like some kind of emotional excess, like some sort of happiness for them, and it doesn't look necessarily self-centered, but it's like in their determination to move towards this, either they're finding themselves feeling like they can't accomplish something, or that they're being rejected in some way, or that maybe they're just making a lot of mistakes, or the past is holding them back somehow. And it's like somebody wants to be really skilled at something they're doing. Like somebody wants to be really skilled. They want to be skilled. I want to say it's almost like an energy of like maybe somebody like over talks, like they over communicate, they over explain, they over, emphasize, like whatever it is, they interact too much, and they're trying to, like hold back from that. Like they're trying to be a little bit more, quiet, a little bit more introverted, a little bit more, self-contained, but it takes a lot of work for them to do that. On the contrary, it's like maybe somebody isn't very talkative or very expressive or communicative. They prefer to kind of work in solitude or be on their own, and they are forced to communicate a lot. So you'll have to take that how it resonates. So, and somebody here is trying to use their intellect to, to gain more money, to increase their finances in some way. Like somebody's trying to use their skills and intellect, or your skills and intellect are needed in some new, financial enterprise, or some new investment that you're making, or some new opportunity that's been placed in front of you is going to require you to be a lot more rational and intellectual, and to be a lot more in control of yourself and your skill set. See if we can get any more cards here. Okay. Let's use this and see if we can clarify this top row a little bit more. Why do we have all this? Why do we have all this frustration and sadness and regret resulting from determination and ambition? Yeah, there's a masculine energy. Like I said, I'm getting water sign. It doesn't have to be. They're really trying to boss up. Like, they're really trying to go after what they want. And somehow either them or you or somebody else here is really, really upset by that. Like, yeah, there's a masculine energy. There's a masculine energy that's trying to change his fate in some way. Trying to overcome some sort of, it could be a physical limitation, honestly. They might be trying to overcome some sort of physical limitation, like, it could have to do with like working out, or like maybe they were, into some sort of physical activity before that they can't really participate in now. And it's making them, really insecure. Like there's a lot of insecurity here is what we're showing. And there's a lot of like, it's like this has just been like illuminated to them that maybe in some way they can't be this, like, they can't be this person that they used to be. They can't be this, this go-getter, or this, physically strong, or this like large and in charge person. Like, there's some limitation here to that. And it's, somebody's feeling really insecure. Somebody is really focused on the past and on things that they've lost, and on things that they, someone's severely focused on the negative of whatever this situation is. Yeah, and as a result, they may be blocking out, somebody important in their life. Like, in some scenarios here, there's a woman that is feeling really left out, like feeling really rejected. And she may want to, make moves in a different direction. She may want to follow a new path because of this. Let's look at this situation down here. Yes, somebody wants to start a new chapter, a new cycle. Somebody wants to, somebody wants to set their sights elsewhere. Yeah, you got the Chariot here again. There's a lot of ambition here. In this situation here, yeah, it's like it's like people at cross purposes. It's like two really ambitious people working in going after completely different things. Like, someone's really ambitious in a physical sense of how they look and how they're perceived and their status and all of that, and like someone else is really ambitious, in a career sense. Yeah, it's just causing somebody in a relationship to be really defensive. To feel like they're constantly fending off attacks from somebody. Maybe whatever this masculine is trying to do here, he's just being like attacked all the time for it, or at least feeling like he's being attacked. And, it's like somebody wanting to get their like virility back, or get their like animal magnetism back, or like something like that, to be desirable again. Yeah, you have a water sign here, water sign masculine. You have a fire sign masculine. You got an emphasis on Aries. Yeah, in this second row, that looks like it has to do with, you know, it's either, like I said, working on communication and really getting nowhere, or being forced to communicate when you don't want to, having to work on some conflict within yourself where you are either really introverted and you're being forced to be extroverted, or vice versa, like you're being silenced a little bit. You've got Queen of Swords here twice. You could be dealing with an air sign, female. You might have a lot of air in your chart. Or you've just got someone here that is bringing down judgment upon someone else. You could feel like there's an air sign that is being overly judgmental and overly critical towards you. Like I said, if this is a work situation here, this conflict between speaking and not speaking could be because you feel like there's an air sign female that is really judgmental or really critical of you, because I've got your energy here, the Queen of Wands, and it makes you feel out of control, makes you feel angry, makes somebody feel angry and explosive. Yeah. And stuck. You've got the Hangman here twice. So I think you're making a lot of sacrifices here, Leo. Either sacrifices about, who you are, what your personality, how you like to, do things, or, whatever it is, you're having to sacrifice some like authentic part of yourself in order to either avoid a tower or to, get along in a certain situation. See what we've got done here. But you definitely have a positive opportunity here if you can stay, practical about it, intellectual about it. But you really may be about to be going through a period where you feel a little bit isolated and left out. In order to balance things out, in order to have a new opportunity somewhere, in order to, be able to be more authentic in who you are, in order to, feel, not left out in some way, you may actually have to just go through a period of isolation, of self-reflection, of, trying to figure out what the lessons are that have to be learned in these situations that may be bringing frustration to you. Yeah, it's a burden. There's something that's a heavy burden right now. Either because you feel left out or you feel isolated from something, it's creating a heavy burden. It's overwhelming for you, or in order to avoid this overwhelming feeling or situation that you're in, you need to isolate yourself. You need to take some time to reflect inward. Like I'm getting also in this, like work situation or whatever it is, it's like it may be two different communication styles. Like somebody communicates in a very kind way, in a very like, generous and open way, and someone else communicates in a very like, like snappy way, or in a very like just to the point kind of way. And so literally on these two cards here, you've got a snake and a duckling. So it's like somebody is, feels like they're being like someone's taking a strike at them all the time. And they're like, I'm just a helpless little duckling. Don't strike me. Or there's also a feeling of like somebody's like a little bit covert in their communication. Like they come across as if they're communicating one way, but really they're not as sweet and innocent as they appear to be communicating. So to take that how it fits with your story. Yeah, there's it's like, in order to not feel like there's too much coming at you and feeling burdened and overwhelmed, you're going to have to succumb to a period of isolation and solitude. Yeah, but you've got massive abundance coming. If you can roll with the punches, so to speak, if you can hold back, if you can like be quiet, if you can if you can stay to yourself, if you can move in silence, keep isolated, these burdens are going to be lifted. If you can just take the blows as they come, you're going to come out super abundant on the other side. You're going to come out, as it's going to bring you a lot of money. I don't know if that's what your intention is in all of this, but security, safety, stability, financial rewards, that's what's on the other side. But you may have to deal with a lot of betrayal in the meantime. Like you said, there's a masculine energy here that seems to be a little bit about themselves and something that they want to accomplish. They're focused on their pain or their loss of not being able to do that. It may be driving somebody else away. This person might be feeling very insecure about their situation. Somebody, trying to go after something that they want feels like they're under attack all the time. And, there is definitely an influence on a partnership, on a love relationship here. And somebody wanting to be appreciated or to be recognized as, somebody desirable in that situation. There's a work situation here where there's a conflict of communication styles, of either having to communicate and not wanting to, or not wanting to communicate and having to, what I'm talking about. Somebody feels stuck and isolated in their communication. For some of you, there's somebody who's really covert about how they communicate. And for some of you, there's somebody who feels constantly under attack for their style of communication. Some of you are dealing with an air sign female that might make you feel like you're under judgment all the time, criticized all the time. It might make you feel angry, or that you're constantly in a state of chaos over that, and frankly kind of stuck and helpless maybe to do anything about it. But at the end of the day, you have a chance for for some sort of financial gain if you can stay logical and practical in all of these situations. If you can, keep to yourself, take it as it comes, and understand the burdens there, and sort of realize that you might have to suffer through some betrayal at some point. You might have to accept that there's going to be an ending to something. I'm sorry, it doesn't necessarily have to be a betrayal. There's going to be a painful ending to something, on the work front, on the relationship front, on something only you know what that might be that's going to have to end. It's not going to end easily. But if you want to be, secure, confident, and, just abundant in yourself, that's kind of, what the situation is going to have to be temporarily. So anyway, hope that was helpful. Thank you, Leo. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody who has subscribed, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.